Alright, so we're going to be doing our lesson on fractions, and we're going to get a little bit into equivalent fractions and comparing fractions. But first we're going to start off with the basic, how many parts are equal in this fraction, or what fraction of this whole is shaded in, okay? So before we begin using the Chromebooks and creating a Google slide where you're inserting the fraction shapes, I want y'all to remember to always keep your passwords and your personal information safe, okay? Kind of think of it as a secret. It's only something for you to know. And of course, I'm going to have it because I issue it all to you. But we're not going to share it with our friends, okay? And we're going to keep it a secret. That is private information. We don't want somebody else logging into your account and doing something they're not supposed to be doing under your name, okay? You all have your Clever badges. That's how you log in. Somebody could easily take that Clever badge and scan a picture and get into your account. So that's why we have it Velcroed to your Chromebook, so it's safe. Alright? It always needs to be Velcroed, so if your Velcro comes off, you need to let me know. Okay? Nobody else is to take that login card. Alright? Copyright. Copyright is a term used to protect the work of an individual. So let's say I make some kind of coloring sheet, and I've taken time and I've done it all by myself. I get to decide what to do with that coloring sheet because it's my original work. I created it, okay? If you take that coloring sheet and you claim it as your own, it's called plagiarism. It means you're claiming that my work is your original work and you didn't do anything. Does that make sense? Okay, so we need to make sure that we aren't going to take somebody else's work and take the credit, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right? Remember, copyright is somebody created that piece of work and it's their work. If you want to use it, then you have to go into citations and referencing, and that's something you'll learn later because y'all are only in 3rd grade. But as you get older and get into higher grades, you'll start learning that kind of stuff, okay? So you cannot take someone else's work and claim it as your own. Understand? Yes? Okay. Remember that while using technology and the internet, it is always important to be kind and safe and considerate of others. All right? Do we know that already?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, has anybody heard the word of cyberbullying?
No.
Okay, so it's like bullying. Yeah,
On the computer.
it's like bullying, but online. Okay, so remember, none of that's allowed. Do I have a bullying policy in my room?
No.
No. So when you are on your computer, that's your online classroom. There's not going to be any bullying on your online classroom either. Okay, which we're not going to be using anything like that. I'm just trying to give y'all background knowledge to let you know, okay, what that is. Also, do I have a no cheating policy?
No.
Do we cheat in this classroom?
No.
No. So are you going to be able to cheat in your online class?
No.
No. So think of e-learning days. You still, even though you're doing work from home and technically that's your classroom, you are still not allowed to cheat. Okay?
How could we cheat?
Oh, there's plenty of ways.
You could
Google the answers on the internet. Your parents helping you is not allowed. Okay? Your schoolwork is your schoolwork. Now, they can answer a question for you, but they cannot do the work for you. But they can help answer a question you may have. Okay? All right. And remember, we talked about we have that Go Guardian site. Stay on the sites you're supposed to stay on because that Go Guardian monitors what you're doing. So when I say, hey, we're on Google Sites, you only need to be on Google Sites. No Reflex, no Prodigy, no Bottle Learning, none of that unless I give you permission. Okay? Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. Alright. Now, when we begin this lesson, you will use your Chromebook and you're going to create a Google slide. So everybody has a Google account, right? That's how you log into your Chromebook. So when we get into our Google accounts, I'm going to show you where Google Slide is. You're going to create just one Google slide. So it's kind of like a PowerPoint slide. You know what PowerPoint is? Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Okay, this is just PowerPoint on Google. So you're going to create one slide. You're going to insert shapes, and you're going to divide the shapes using the line tools. There's so many different tools, okay? Then you're going to color in those shapes. Then you're going to label the unit fractions. Didn't we just talk about what a unit fraction is? A unit fraction is what? Landon?
Then what?
1 as the numerator, right? And it describes each part of that whole. So give me an example of a unit fraction, Sophia.
1 over
1 over 12,
12.
1/12. Okay. So I have a checklist that you're going to follow when you do this Google slide. Okay, it's going to tell you, hey, your name needs to be on it. My name needs to be on it. Let me pull up this example. Okay. The font needs to be large enough for Miss Shira to see. All right. The shapes need to be divided into what parts? Equal parts. You are allowed to pick whatever fraction you want to use. So let's say you pick a rectangle and you decide to divide it into fourths. Okay? I just need to see your unit fraction labeled. Okay? So what would your unit fraction be for a rectangle divided into fourths, Ethan? Okay, I saw the 1. What would the denominator be? It's divided into fourths. 1/4. Good. All right. Based off how your Google slide looks, I'm gonna see if you understand how to properly use the tools. Okay. I'm gonna get there. Okay. I'm gonna show you how to use each tool. That's part of the lesson. All right, and then you're required to at least do 4 different shapes with 4 different fractions. Okay. All right, we're going to start this lesson by doing Kahoot, which y'all love. I already heard you screaming. Okay. So the Kahoot's going to have different questions of stuff we have already learned about fractions. Okay. All right. Any questions before we move on? Okay.
I'm